Alright guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Always clumsy as one record. Okay, let's carry on with our week 6, lesson 6, Just say week 6, lesson 6, and let's see what's happening. Okay, let's open our VS Code and then let's display the contact. Okay, open for I was helping someone here, that's why I opened the calculator. It's open folder, right? Let's go to open folder. Open folder, and then
Now that we've retrieved the
content. What's this? Contact book.
It's like a camera
It's not a brown.
I have no idea how to.
It looks like a wing or something. Yo, Einstein.
What?
Oh, okay. See, yeah, this dog. That's good. It's actually good. Thank you, boy.
Okay.
Hunger, Milo.
Okay. It's gonna be a struggle. Okay. No, you know what? Wait, I mean.
It's just gonna sit down.
Yeah.
Okay, let's continue, guys.
From the server, we are going to output it into the screen. Now, just to give you a sense of where exactly it's going to be output, it's going to be output right there. So inside this div, which has an ID of table, this text, contacts loading, is going to be replaced with a table. And we're going to do that using JavaScript. So let's get cracking, coding in the display output function. Firstly, we're going to uncomment the line to display the output data. And then we're going to
Okay, we are going to remove this comment and then we'll make the console a comment. Okay.
Comment out the line console.log data or just completely delete it altogether. Right, the function call display output, and it receives a parameter which is the data object. Open and close curly braces, and we're ready to get into some serious business. First and foremost, we're going to create a new variable and we're going to call it output.
Okay, this is going to be function display output. Then you're going to open, and then inside we have data, and then we will close with our curly brackets and see enter, and then here we'll have output. By the way, guys, don't forget we will start from next week. We need to
start. I'm going to pass it a string, which is simply a table open tag.
Shift.
Next, we're going to
open tag
to iterate through the array. A JavaScript for loop for.
Okay, he made a mistake here. He removed it. Okay. Then after this open tag, we put a semicolon and then enter space, and then we will have 4, and then shift to open a bracket.
In data. Alright, this is the type of loop that you'll use to iterate through an array. Curly braces open and close. And now we're going to say output plus equals, and we're going to use the backtick to create an output template. So between these two backticks,
okay, we will use a backtick. What he's calling it a backtick. Let's look for a backtick on our keyboard.
And now we're going to say output plus equals, and we're going to use the backtick.
We go to say after here space, and let's look for a backtick. Shift. No. I think this is the okay. The backtick you see before one. Look at your not the numbers that are on your right, the numbers that are on top of the alphabets. There is this dog just farted. Since okay. Oh my word. He literally farted. No, it doesn't smell nice. Okay, let me just put this next to me because wow. Okay, we will have a backtick. You see, I was talking about the button before one. There's one with an exclamation mark. You just press that, you double press it, and then I think here in the middle we'll put our cursor in between, and then we'll say enter, something like that, right?
To create an output template. So between these two backticks, we're gonna put in an output
and it's gonna be on line 31.
And what's going to be inside this template? You guessed it, the rest of our table.
Okay, between here.
So the first thing that's going to go inside there is a
tab
open and a tr close tag.
It's gonna be a
enter a couple of times, realign it.
Then
always keep your code neatly indented. So what's going to go inside of these tags? Scores, td open and close, and in there we're going to put in an image tag, because the image is the first thing that's going to be displayed. It's going to be in the left column of each contact. So the first column of the table is going to be the image. Now, where are we going to fetch that image from? We're fetching the image from the server. Remember, all the images are stored on the server, and the file name of the image.
Wait, let's see. I want my code to be identical to his. He did this output, and then after output we have tr, and then after here
is a tr open and a tr close tag. Hit enter a couple of times, realign it. Always keep your code neatly indented. So what's going to go inside of these tags?
Okay.
Scores, td open and close, and in there we're going to put in an image tag, because the image is the first thing that's going to be displayed. It's going to be in the left column of each contact. So the first column of the table is going to be the image. Now, where are we going to fetch that image from? We're fetching the image from the server. Remember, all the images are stored on the server, and the file name of the image is coming from the database. So the database knows what is the file name of the image, but we're going to need to put in the path to the image. So remember, to receive an image from the server, you need two things. One is the path to the image, and the second is the file name. So we have the file name inside the data JSON array, but now we need to put in the full path to that image. Fortunately, we have the full path as well, which is the root path variable. Okay, so we're going to use the dollar notation again. So it's dollar, open and close, curly braces, and we're going to put in root path.
Okay,
and then immediately follow that by
and then outside
controller / uploads
controller
/ the name of the image file, which will be
loads
dollar.
shift
again
dollar,
use the dollar notation, and inside there we're going to retrieve
data,
the name of the file.
Then
so the file is stored in the array, and it's stored
and then outside the
avatar. So let's take a look at what's going on here. We are displaying an image, and the source of that image is root path plus controller /uploads / the name of the file. Now let's take a look at root path again. We go to config.js, and there's root path, https://mySite.itVarsity.org /API/contact book/. But that's not where the image resides. There's another couple of folders, which is what we've put in there, controller and uploads. So in other words, the images live on the server inside the contacts book folder, and inside the contacts book folder there is another folder called controller, and inside there's another folder called uploads, and that's where your images reside. So we put in the full path of the image up until that point, and from this point forward we're putting in the file name of that image. And how are we retrieving that file name? It's in the data array, it's in element A, which as we iterate through the array, the first element is going to be element A. So the first element in this case, A.avatar. In the next lesson, we'll get a better idea of how exactly we are iterating through this JSON array.
Okay. Alright, I'll see you on the next lesson, guys. Let me save this one. Okay, Control S and then end the lesson here.